everyone's getting really upset that they're targeting children with their ads and their products, but you guys, of course they are. Their whole demographic is like 8-year-olds to 13-year-olds. Is anybody really surprised? Hey besties, it's Aspasia and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, the lighting is not like it normally is. I am not in my normal room because I just got back from work. The lighting's super weird because the sun is setting, but I really wanted to get this video uploaded for you guys because there is controversy online right now with Mr. Beast, KSI, and Logan Paul. These names are not going to be ones that you hear from me often because admittedly, I'm not in their customer base. I don't know much about them, but they're facing controversy online right now because they just came out with a Lunchables competitor brand that they are claiming are the healthier version of Lunchables. And as your personal trainer bestie, I really wanted to talk about this and really look at the facts today and look at some videos, see what people are saying online, and really get to the bottom of this for you guys. This is a video that I saw that kind of just sums everything up, so let's watch it.
It's happening again. Mr. Beast cannot catch a break. So Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, and KSI just came out with a competitor to Lunchables called Lunchly. Now, since coming out with Lunchly, they have faced a ton of backlash. Other YouTubers like DanTDM are coming out and condemning them for making this product. Basically, Dan's accusing them of taking advantage of their young fan base. And because of Dan's statement, both Logan Paul and KSI are having like a Twitter beef with DanTDM. It's a little funny and entertaining, not gonna lie. But aside from the YouTubers calling them out, many parents have also come forward to call them out. This is because they're kind of advertising Lunchly as a more healthy alternative to Lunchables. Basically, parents are coming on social media to do things like show the actual nutrition in this new Lunchly. Basically, they point out how unless you're looking for better electrolytes in your kid's lunch, then Lunchly is barely better for you than a Lunchables. They also point out how on the website, the advertising basically encourages bullying by calling Lunchables mid. Basically, parents are concerned that kids might start judging other kids based upon what they're eating for lunch. People are also pointing out how the amount of food that you get in a Lunchly is a little bit less than what you get with the Lunchables. And while right now we don't know, everyone is assuming that Lunchly is going to end up being a little bit more expensive than Lunchables. So at the end of the day, if you're getting Lunchly, you're going to be paying a little bit more just to get a little bit less.
So there's a couple different points going into this controversy right now. Number one is going to be the question of whether Lunchly is actually more healthy than Lunchables. A lot of people are saying that these three are targeting children and targeting them in a very unhealthy way to eat very unhealthy lunches. This registered dietitian is going to explain to us if Lunchly is healthier than Lunchables. She says Lunchly is essentially Lunchables with Prime instead of Capri Sun. That's it. They didn't add vegetables or more protein, just more Prime.
Is Lunchly better for you than Lunchables? Let's discuss. Mr. Beast and the guys behind Prime have just launched their new Lunchables dupe, and I gotta say, the math isn't mathing. On their website, they claim that Lunchly is healthier because it contains more electrolytes and less sugar, which sounds good until you realize two things. Actually only comparing Prime to Capri Sun, which is 100% fruit juice and the only serving of actual fruit or vegetable available in a Lunchable. They want your kid to drink Prime instead, which is essentially Splenda water plus minerals. And electrolytes are just sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium, which you also get from food, and more is not necessarily better. So a Lunchly kit doesn't actually have 400 milligrams of electrolytes, it has over 1,000 milligrams of them. But guess what? So do Lunchables. Choose whichever one you want, but this is not healthier.
But I don't really understand the controversy because Lunchables aren't necessarily considered healthy in the first place, are they? I just have a feeling that if a parent is giving their kid a Lunchables for lunch, it's not because it's the healthy option. So I don't really see why they even tried to market it towards being healthier in the first place, because that's not really the target demographic or the target really main reason that Lunchables exist. And really quick, you guys, if fat loss is your goal, I do have a Fat Loss 101 guide that breaks down weight loss into 3 simple steps so you can start losing weight today, and that is totally free. All you gotta do is fill out that link below. On with the video. The obesity epidemic is really skyrocketing in the United States right now, and 1 in 5 adolescents are considered obese. And this is a huge problem. Don't get me wrong, as a personal trainer and as someone who didn't have healthy lunches growing up, it is a problem, and I do see that, and that's definitely the case. But at the same time, Lunchables isn't supposed to be healthy. So the only reason I think people are getting annoyed at these three is because they're claiming they're healthier in the first place. With all of the money and resources that these three guys have right now, I don't see why they couldn't have made an actual healthier lunch option with more protein, actual quality ingredients, vegetables, fruit. The sad part for me is that they actually could have made a healthier option than Lunchables if they wanted to, but Lunchly Lunchly clearly isn't it. And again, everyone's getting really upset that they're targeting children with their ads and their products, but you guys, of course they are. Their whole demographic is like 8-year-olds to 13-year-olds, even younger maybe. So of course they're targeting children. Of course they're trying to make money. Is anybody really surprised? I think it's just the deceptive way they're going about it, masking it as trying to be healthier. That really rubs me the wrong way. Speaking of deceptive marketing, this girl is gonna kind of go into that in her video, so let's watch.
If you go to the Lunchly website, they try really hard to compare it to Lunchables and show you why it's such a better thing than Lunchables. Literally nothing on here as a mom is something that would encourage me to buy this for a kid. This is marketing for children. My kid does not need electrolytes in their Lunchable. Electrolytes are salt. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, chloride, calcium phosphate, and bicarbonates. So I want to show you guys the actual what's in the packaging. This is what Lunchly says. This was the comparison that I pulled from their website. They have a section called Us versus That. Start with the calories. First thing I want to say is that as a mom, I want more calories. I want the most calorically dense food that my kid will enjoy eating for my dollar. That is how you raise children. None of these people, Logan Paul, KSI, Mr. Beast, none of them, as far as I know, have children. And maybe they don't understand this, but like, I want my kid to have calories. And these numbers, by the way, are not that different in terms of like food that goes in a child's body so they can get an education while they're at school. What's gonna happen is there's going to be a push of kids that go to their parents and they're like, oh, Mr. Beast, he told me about this new product. It's the coolest thing in the world. At least that's the marketing goal. Like that is a very frequent used marketing tactic, is to show kids something and get them to go ask their parents for the thing. And they're literally saying like, oh, it's better for you. It's a better value. They say if you eat their product, you'll never have a boring lunch again. And this, a healthier alternative. It's literally not healthier. Disrupt the lunch market for kids with healthier, better tasting options. Not healthier. Anyway, as a parent, this made me mad because it is so difficult already to navigate the things that we do for our kids. Honestly, my recommendation is just get some stickers or something. Just write Lunchly on your Lunchables and just keep giving those, because what is this? No, I don't actually know how much they cost. Maybe they're cheaper. We'll see what happens, I guess.
That's the thing too, a lot of this marketing seems to be targeted towards lower calories and more electrolytes, which kids really don't need. So instead of deceptively trying to make Lunchly more healthy than Lunchables, why didn't they just come out and say they're competing against Lunchables and it's a really fun option once in a while to give your kids will love it, they love us. That would be more honest in my opinion. But do these people really care about your kids being healthy? Of course not. It's gonna be up to the parents to decide what they give their kids for lunch, and if Lunchly is super unhealthy in the parents' eyes, then they don't have to give them to their kids. The adolescent obesity rate going up in this country is really sad, and it is something that we need to tackle, but throwing a Lunchly or a Lunchables in their lunch every once in a while is not gonna kill them. If anything, it can teach them balance with food, which is also really important. So there is a spectrum, like they say like almond moms, or I've heard like butter moms, something like that. And there is that spectrum of like really healthy versus not as healthy or really unhealthy. And obviously you want to find a healthy balance. So if your kid is really excited about Mr. Beast or whatever and wants a Lunchly once in a while, I don't really see any harm in it. We also can't necessarily blame these creators for wanting to target children because it is a really lucrative market and it's something that other fast food chains and junk food companies has been doing for years, and clearly it works. It's a huge market, they make so much money, and at the end of the day, these guys are going to be making a lot of money too. Do I wish that they used all of their money and their resources to put actual healthy, high protein lunches on the shelves for these kids? Yes, of course. But do I blame them, or am I really that upset that they chose to do this instead? Not necessarily. Just like for adults, your kid can enjoy the occasional Lunchables. I know I did. And like I said, it's up to the parents to give them that balance and give them the nutrients that they need. I would really love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. I'm open for a discussion for sure. I'm still not really 100% sure how I feel about this, but because it is in the health world and they are claiming Lunchly to be healthy, I had to put it to rest and analyze it today, and I hope you found value out of it. If you did, I would love it if you would subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video from your personal trainer bestie. I also post content just like this on my TikTok and Instagram. I'll link that below too. And you guys, we are almost at 300 subscribers. I can't believe it. I appreciate every single one of you. So if you did get something out of this video today, I really would love it if you would subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. And I will see you guys on the next one.